Hey everybody, it's Renee. I am back. I have not really been doing too many layouts. I think I did one. It's finally spring here in Minnesota, so I've been out enjoying the spring weather, and when it's raining, I've been in the mood to do some spring cleaning, trying to tackle my craft room and just the general, stuff that needs to be done this time of year. Your house feels so icky after winter, and you just want to get going on cleaning. I am thinking of doing something different and seeing how it works for me. You'll notice I have a jar in my hand, and in this jar is a whole bunch of tags that I punched from scrap pieces of paper, and in it I have things written on it. And what the goal is for this jar is, for me, I made this actually, sorry to get off track, but I actually made this like several months ago. Before I kind of discovered YouTube and challenges on YouTube. I am kind of embellishment challenged, and I do a lot better with the paper part of it than the embellishing part. I guess you could say I'm a minimal embellisher, but I want to change that. I want to use up more embellishments. I get the Freckled Fawn Freckled Fawn kit every month, and I use a little bit of it, but not a lot. So this is kind of a challenge for me to make, to use up some of my embellishment. So I put that in this jar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out 5 things, and I am going to use those on the layout, and we'll see what, oh, okay, so use flowers on a layout. Use these 5 things. Use word stickers. Use ribbon and long strips. Use buttons. Okay, this is going to be a challenge for me. I do not like buttons. So far, that's what I have. And one more. Cut scraps into squares. Make grids and embellish. Okay, so that is my challenge. Cut scraps into squares, make grid and embellish. Use buttons on a layout. Use ribbon and long strips. Use word stickers. And use flowers. So I will be back and see what I make with that. So here's my finished layout. And I'll just walk you through the process a little bit of what I decided to do. I went to my scrap drawer, and there was not really what I thought were big enough scraps that kind of went together. So I ended up cheating a little bit and using the 6x6 My Mind's Eye cut and paste pad. And I mounted that on some Simple Stories Vintage Bliss to kind of tie all the colors together. And then I mounted that on some Maggie Holmes. I think that's from her first paper pad. And then I cut squares, 5-inch squares, and I had these frames from Simple Stories, and I had kind of put them together with these just like little selfies that we had taken as family the last few months in the fall. Well, I guess the top one's from December, and then the one of my 2 kids is from the fall, and then the 2 on the bottom are from like Easter time. So it was a little bit of a cheat, but I did end up using the 1-inch strips to back the photo, so I'm going to count that good. So I check making a grid and check using some scraps and embellishing the quadrants. The next one was to use long strips of ribbon, and the ribbon is from American Crafts, the gray ribbon. I thought that kind of tied. I didn't have any gray really, except for on the background sheets, so I thought I would use that to kind of tie it together and kind of anchor it to the other layers. So I had originally had a full roll of this American Crafts ribbon, and I cut 3 lengths. I was going to originally crisscross it, but then I only had 3 lengths and a little bit of a 4, so I just used the 2. And I really like how it turned out better. I think it still anchors it together, but it isn't quite as busy. I mean, this is kind of a little bit of a busy layout, but not terribly so. The next tag said to use flowers on the layout, so I just got a couple of these blue. They're Prima, really old, the kind that used to come in the jars. I took everything out of the jars and put them in baggies by colors because to me they were a little bit more useful. So I just added 1 in each of the quadrants, kind of using them to kind of tie your eye, you know, make your eye go, you know, left to right across the page to draw you into those freckle fawn frames on the photos. And I didn't want it to be too, it's kind of like a graphic look, so I didn't want it to be too florally, so I think they turned out alright. And then use buttons. Again, I'm not a big fan of buttons, but I found these heart buttons, so I thought they went pretty good with kind of the theme of family and love, and I just kind of used them to, you know, draw your eye across the page as well. And then finally use word stickers, and this is where I cheated again, and I went through all my word stickers and either the color was right and the saying was wrong, or the saying was right and the color was wrong. So in the tags are all from Pink Paisley. They had words on them, but I kind of just hid them underneath the frames. And I had some, as I was going through my words, I noticed I had some Heidi Swap rub-on letters, you know, that pack from Michael's where she's got all the little stickers that say liked and this and that and the other thing. And I just thought they just went perfect, so I didn't use the word stickers. I used word rub-ons instead, and I'm pretty happy with that. But so I'll just throw that one back in the jar and see if I can't use it another time. And then for the title, the selfies are really old stickers. I don't have the name of those anymore. And then the family is the OA Daily Flash. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this the way this turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to my new subscribers. Talk to you later.